Ladies and gentlemen, I think RenderCube and Toplets has done it again. They've given us an update that I'm going to call the Quality of Life Update. Lots of particles, lots of quality of life stuff here to make it feel more like a lively world. You can see the butterflies going on in front of us. We'll talk more about that toward the end of the video. Lots of new additions. One of those additions being some low fencing. There's 3 new types: a low stick fence, a low wattle fence, and a low plank fence. So what are you going to do with these new fences? Because that right there gives you a lot of different options for design and things you might want to do. Just different things, really. It gives you some real good options here for decorating your village. I think it's going to be really fun to see what people come up with different designs. One thing that comes to mind, you could use the low stick fences and lay planks across it. That'd be pretty neat. The next thing that they added is particles for trees. You can see the leaves falling down here in front of us. We'll go check one more out here. Look up, and you see the leaves coming down out of the tree every time you hit it. Very, very cool. There we go. Leaves just falling all over you. And then when you knock it down, the leaves kind of scatter, and it hits the ground, and they're still falling off the tree. So it's very realistic in that aspect, I think. Right here, we have the ants crawling around the ground. I had to zoom in and loop this a few times so you could get it. So very cool. And then we have the mushroom particles. Now, I know what you're thinking. That's not very... Did it even matter if they put it in there? I think it did. I think it did. That's just my opinion. I think those little particles matter. We'll talk more about that, the particle situation in a second. But right here, we have the bandits. Damage has been separated from the animals. So you got bandits HP and damage, and animals HP and damage. So they've separated that so that you can actually tweak the game even further to how you want to play, and I think that's a fantastic addition to the game. Just a quick recap here, we got 3 new small fences. We got butterflies, bees, moths, flies, dragonflies, fireflies, ants, and firebugs. I don't know what firebugs are. I know what fireflies are. And I know what dragonflies and flies and moths and bees and butterflies are, and ants, of course. But I don't know what firebugs are, so I'm going to have to find some of those in the game at some point. There's now a particle effect in the game for the campfire, so it responds to wind strength and direction. So they've added that weather feel to the game where you can actually tell the wind's blowing a certain way, or how strong the wind's blowing. So that's a very, very good quality of life touch there. That also applies to the torch as well. The torch responding with wind strength and direction. That's very cool. Smoke in general, so your smithy responding to wind strength and direction, very good. There's particle effects of dust inside the building interiors, and if you have your graphics turned way up, you'll be able to see those really, really well. It's really nice. I didn't get any shots of it, but it's really nice. Again, it's just kind of a quality of life thing, you know. It makes it feel like kind of the medieval times. It's really dusty, and there's particles floating around and stuff, so it's really good. There's a particle effect of collecting nest contents. I don't know what that means, but it's there. There's a 3D view of equipped player, character, and mount. I don't know what that means either, but I'm sure it's there. I'm sure it's there. The next thing is there's a particle effect of collecting manure. There's a particle effect of threshing. There's a particle effect for flour milling. And there's a particle effect for herbalist work. So there's particle effects in a lot of this stuff, and I think it's a really, really good quality of life stuff here. Now, that's all additions. Let me know what your thoughts are about the additions down to the game. Do you think it kind of makes it feel more like a lively world, having butterflies and bees and stuff like that? In one of the clips here, I heard something buzz by me. It wasn't a butterfly. It was a bee or something. Maybe a firefly. I don't know. Let me know what you think down in the comments about those. There's some fixes here. Plates in the mines had the names of villages, so they fixed that, I guess. Flying trees are fixed for a lot of people, I guess. Bandits raining from the sky, which I never had happen, thank goodness, but that's been fixed. Geese in the nest go through the floor after skipping a day or a season, so that's been fixed. I don't know if that happened to me, but I could see that happening for sure. Sometimes geese flutter while sleeping, so that's been fixed as well. Some updates as well. This is a pretty big patch here. Some updates. They reworked material on the stone walls, so building modules. I didn't get a peek at those for some reason. Reworked the model of the plank fence. I didn't look at those either. So you'll have to go check those out. Terrain color correction, fog color correction, improved blood effects, and we didn't check any of this out. So get to it, get to gaming, and figure all this stuff out. See what it looks like. Numerous tweaks and improvements to the terrain. So that's cool. That's probably been needed. There's a lot of wonky spots in the terrain, so that's good. All languages updated, so all the languages that were in the game have been updated again. That's good. Good to keep on top of those. Some fixes in the game here. Frame drops in the inventory, so that's good. That's a good fix. Whitewater after closing the UI of an inventory. Yeah, that whooshing sound. That's good. Sowing sometimes doesn't affect the field. That's good that that's been fixed, because that could be a problem for people. Sometimes bandits spawn under the map. That explains a lot, actually. I think I've had that happen a time or two. Hearing music and looking around and not seeing anybody. Yeah, I think I've had that happen. Low plank fence not visible in destruction mode. So I'm guessing this is a patch from yesterday. The actual update came out a couple days ago. So this fixed patch here is from yesterday. So that's good. They updated it quickly. Possible fix for crash when entering an inventory. So that's good. It's a possible fix if your game is crashing when you're entering your inventory. They know it. They're working on it. So there you go. Updated improvements in particle effects. So they improved the particle effects update just yesterday after releasing this update. Just 3 days ago? When did this release? Yeah, 4 days ago. 4 days ago. So that's really good. It's a quick update and a quick fix, which is really nice. Now, this is only on the public staging, so if you want to get to that on your Steam page, when you click and read the patch notes, there is a detailed description of how to get to it. We'll read over it briefly. You open your game library, right click on Medieval Dynasty, go to betas, and then tell it select the tab betas, and then enter the password in the drop-down field. It's listed there. I'm not just going to tell you here. It's listed there. It's listed on Steam for everybody to see. And then you go to Medieval Staging for release build staging. Sorry, I told you the password anyway. You go to release build staging, which I'm sure doesn't matter. They put it out here on public on Steam. So use the drop-down and select release build staging. This is the public stage. Press close, and your game's going to update. And once it updates, you should have all the new added stuff. So there you go. Real quick, 3 new small fences, lots of insects and stuff, particle effects for everything, and honestly, I couldn't be happier. I think it's a great update. I appreciate you guys. We'll catch you in the next video. Later, folks.